Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And yes guys, we are doing another 500 XRP giveaway, and all you have to do to enter is make sure you press the like button, are subscribed, and you comment down below what your favorite crypto is. Is it XRP, Bitcoin? Comment it down below because that comment is going to be your entry ticket. If we hit 2K likes within 24 hours, we are announcing the winner live, guys, so make sure you also smash the like button. Now today, got some juice. First of all, this article right here. Ripple CTO names list of XRP's innovations. I mean, that sounds very, very cool, right? But it all came after a very freaking heated Twitter conversation. Grubbles said over on Twitter, us maximalists tried to stop people from buying XRP. We honestly tried. Shitcoin exchange operators and backholders of the unending list of worthless altcoins tried to guilt trip us and convince you that we're stifling innovation. This is the end result. We told you so. And that is a reply to Young and Investing, who said, Ripple co-founder Jeb McCaleb has sold an estimated of 1.74 million XRP per day in 2020. The wallets that are his have seen a decrease of 630 million XRP in 2020. The bad news is McCaleb still owns 4 billion XRP, and there is no good news. Adam Back came in to say, Joa Katz, you're waxing poetic about innovation. Explain that, lols. Jed and Ripple dumping on retail insane amounts per day. The only puzzling things are A, why are retail so stupid to keep buying XRP? And B, why the SEC hasn't shut it down with prejudice already. Quote unquote innovation. And oh my days, guys, this definitely heated up quite a lot of controversy. You know, a lot of people went on to reply to this, and again, quite a lot of important ones came out to reply about this as well. And I don't know exactly where in the conversation you can find what David Schwartz said. Another easy way to see it most of the time is just to go to his tweets and replies here and then just look through it, because here you can see. It has the same effect on token holders though. Constant selling just to keep the system secure. What security model is worse than requiring honest users to actually spend more than attackers is willing to pay? A key XRPL innovation is a security model that doesn't require users to spend every hypothetical attacker. And again, this went on for a little while. I see why those two things puzzle you though. If I was misinformed as you, I'd be puzzled too. First multi-asset blockchain, first blockchain that didn't require full history to process transactions. Again, it's just going back and forward. But unfortunately, a lot of tweets have been deleted or hidden. I don't know exactly. The author has done that. So is that the author of the thread, like Grubbles, or is it just the author of the tweet? All right, no, original tweet author. No, so this person has taken away a lot of the tweets, maybe because they were offensive, or maybe because he was just plain wrong and he wanted to get back out. Because I don't really know exactly how that's going on as well. Maybe it's Twitter, maybe it's something else. I don't really know. However, you know, guys, it's very interesting to see Joa Katz fight battles like this, just because I think most of the times he'll win them. And why is that so? Because he knows his stuff. You know, he's been into crypto for so many freaking years. If he's talking about something, you better understand some freaking facts are going to be coming out of that. All right. I don't really look up to many people in the crypto space on this level. You know, a lot of them are just not so necessarily lucky, but just early adopters and have really innovated themselves to a certain point. Right. But David is an early adopter. You know, he was early at getting into it early, if you guys get me. He was so early, even before crypto was a thing. 20 years before that, he was already there, which is really strange to think about, and why I love this man so much. On a I don't know what for basis. I just love him. You know, I love all his statements. I love it all. But yeah, it was a very heated argument. I checked it out earlier. There were a lot more things going on, but it's hard to find. You know, you have to really keep pressing on and keep looking for exactly where the heat comes in. But again, just go ahead and do what I just did. Go to tweet and replies over at David Schwartz's Twitter and go ahead and check it all out. So another one of the things that popped up and what puzzled him was why the SEC hasn't shut them down. And here is a little bit of a Ripple's questionable business model picture. It all starts wherever you want it. Issue worthless XRP token, then gift billions of XRP to its founders, then either promote fiction of independence or pump and dump scheme. Then from pump and dump scheme, you go over into say partners to sign up or pay partners to sign up, solicit blue chip partners, deliver questionable technology, and then into obscure true business model, which goes again back to pump and dump. Or from deliver questionable technology into manipulate public opinion, into promote fiction of independence, which could again go to pump and dump scheme, which will ultimately lead to profit. In the end, I get the picture here. I don't agree with it, but to a certain degree, I can understand where it is coming from, because I can see up obnoxiously or whatever. On the surface, it looks like that a little bit. But yeah, very, very interesting discussion, guys. I recommend you all to check it out because it was very, very heated. And then Mac Attack XRP just posted on Twitter, rocket companies. I mean, you got yourself the Ripple. You got yourself, the Yoshitaka Kitao. You got yourself the XRP users, banks, all of that. And you got the normal rocket. Just a fun one out there. It was interesting. One of the things I would like to note on this one is just how fast XRP is in comparison to a lot of other cryptos. And you could, hypothetically speaking, call it a rocket. No, not hypothetically speaking, figuratively speaking, a rocket in comparison to the rest of these crypto. And by the way, I see the unfollow has occurred. That is sad. That is very, very sad. All right. Moving forward, guys. XRP The Standard Productions just said it was all decided months ago on Zoom. The switch is about to be flipped with, of course, a very, very funny picture of all the guys over here, the most important ones, on a Zoom call. Yeah, just talking everything out here for Ripple and for everything, basically. And one of the most important points about this one is just how funny these all are. That's one thing. I just really, really like the way he named them and did them. That's one thing. But also that it's, even though this is purely satire, right? It's purely a joke, 100%, which I really, really respect because it's fun. There's actually quite a little bit more truth behind this than you might think. And the reason for that is a lot of these guys, I would have wished Jeff Bezos was here, but maybe that's the darker picture here. A lot of these guys most likely know a lot more than we do. All right, we're talking about a couple of billionaires here. Maybe, I guess she's not a billionaire. He's also not a billionaire. A lot of these billionaires here, they know what's up. Why? Because they're so high up that you must know upfront a little bit about what policies are going to be hopping in. And even though they can't trade themselves officially the things they're into, I mean, I guess Mark could, but a lot of these guys are not going to trade any stuff, right? They are knowing and they have the knowledge about what's going to be happening. For Ripple, the most important part there is he has the knowledge about what partnerships have already occurred. And one of the fun things I just saw over on Twitter, let me see if I can still find it here, was very, very interesting, at least in my opinion. Let me quickly check where it was. It was on my homepage here. Panos said, got an email by Ripple, is now 100% confirmed that Bank of America is a Ripple partner and RippleNet member. Banorte Bank is also a new addition, and it's fourth largest bank of Mexico. Now, I think this is a fake email, actually. I actually know quite sure it's a fake email, because first of all, he deleted his tweet just a little bit later, and on his page, you won't be able to find anything either. And also, it just looks a little bit weird. Like, why, I don't know, it just looks a little bit weird. Like, they're not saying anything about it's really our partner, right? Or anything like that. And therefore offering. We also have some key additions this year, which includes, I don't know. It could be the real thing. Could also just be really, really fake. I don't know. In the end, he didn't really tag it all forward, so I don't know what it was about. Maybe he wasn't allowed to share it. Maybe he got a cease and desist one. I don't know. But by the way, guys, make sure you sign up for all the Swell webinars, all the regional ones. Make sure you don't forget to do that by quickly going to the Swell website, like I showed you guys earlier, and it's very, very simple to do so. But I'll explain it once it gets to Europe, because that's going to be another very important one. However, getting back to the point here of this one, a lot of these guys like Brett Garlinghouse knows partnerships like that. Trump knows a lot of the policy. Lagarde knows a lot of the policy. Facebook has all the data from all the people, knows all about the banks. Could be Bearable Guy 123, which might be an insider. Again, might know a lot about what's happening in terms of all that. Because, I mean, what's his name now? Warren Buffett was buying into banks heavily. Banks have a connection to Ripple, but banks are also in a very uncertain time right now. So buying Bank of America is very, very interesting. And then talking about, for example, Jeff Bezos dumping on the market right now, when just after he did it last time, the market just dumped like crazy. maybe he knows more than we do as well. I'm just thinking about that. Maybe it was all decided together with bigger conferences, of course. But I mean, G7, G20, G30, they're all conferences of these people, hoarding together and talking about things. Then something from XRP Goku. He said, "Come on, dude, 21 million coins for the entire banking system," which I think is a little bit of a joke. I'm going to assume it is a joke because of also this picture here. The old system is outdated with Bitcoin and XRP. However, it's a very strange statement to make. Like Shane Ellis here said, Satoshi, all that matters is the value. And now the important part about it is it really doesn't matter how many coins there are at all. And earlier, Goku said, "What if the banks demand all our XRP and force us all into Bitcoin because of what happened to gold earlier?" I mean, it's possible. Shane said, "Don't worry, they won't. They would rather have your Bitcoin instead of everything or enriching Ripple." I mean, I'm not going to even quote about all of that. That's just something I'm not going to discuss here. That's for yourself to decide if you believe anybody here. The only point is, it doesn't matter if there's 21 or 10 bazillion coins, as long as there is smaller fractions to divide them up into. And with Bitcoin, that is Satoshi, which is possible. With XRP, you can just have small drops. But the smallest value you're ever going to need is about, let's say, 1/100th of a cent. You're never going to need more than that, or less than that, I'm going to say. So, again, to a certain degree, I'm like, it doesn't really matter. Because right now you only have 1 cent, which is the smallest thing. I mean, you could buy multiple things for 1 cent, but still the smallest amount you could pay somebody is a cent. And so why would you ever need, more than that? If you got, or more options than that, you don't really need it to. It's just maybe for convenience. But with Bitcoin the way it's right now, you can also buy things from a cent. So, I mean, it all doesn't really matter that much, right? You can still buy things from a cent. 0.0001 is about $1, and it's 100 million Satoshi in 1 Bitcoin. And of course, I mean, if you do, it's $10,000 per coin about, so 100 million, yeah, you're completely fine. All right, next on though, my precious XRP said on Twitter, "My 5-year prediction for XRP with previous bull market history data built into the charts. If of course we continue our golden cross and into the full bull market. One big difference, guys, it's needed for now for liquidity to continue and to stop world from going into depression." And then a picture here, you can see right here, my precious XRP, 1,000 euro and the year price prediction. If we repeat the previous bull market, this is what we could expect in the coming 6 to 9 months. My target is $1,000 if the bull market starts completely. The previous bull market was on speculation alone. Now partners, 300 plus banks, central banks, compliance regulation, SBI, SWIFT, IMF, SEC, and now institutional investments is fighting to also get in. End of 2025, 10,000 USDC currency. Why USDC, by the way? And I don't know, this picture here makes me kind of anxious about what happens in general, people's heads. Because this, in my opinion, makes a little bit of sense, but not too much, right? And the main reason for that is you're talking here about so many years into the future. He's talking about so many different things that I'm thinking he's just joking here. I think this is a completely, fully on joke. Because there's no sense in what he says right here. First of all, 1,000 euros end of the year. Then moving over to everything else. So I'm just taking it as a joke. However, a lot of people sent this to me and talked about, "Hey, man, what do you think about the prediction itself?" I didn't actually see the picture here. But just the prediction itself. I'm like, well, what is it built upon? What is it made of? And in the end, it's just a joke. These things, we know the connections are there. However, it's really, really difficult to place prices on top of it, and also especially higher ones. So just keep that in the back of your head. I've been talking a lot about PayID, guys. I've been talking a lot about PayID. And one of the main reasons for that is if you look up Ripple payment or things like that, you will find ads from PayID everywhere. And I think the reason is they're trying to innovate so quickly right now. They're trying to get on top of the game because they have no time. All right now is the chance to really, really just go to the moon by becoming the number one before any other companies hop on in. And they want to really, really be on top of the game, which they are at this point. PayID Hackathon brings additional use case for XRP because, again, PayID is also very, very positive for XRP. Revelations that Ripple is buying XRP go viral. Trigger debate on future of third largest crypto asset. And again, out of that, a little bit of this came by as well, that there's quite a lot of innovations, and that Swartz notes that this is the first crypto that can be forked without proof of work consensus algorithm. Ripple CTO names a list of innovations, and again, you can check it out here. He named quite a lot of cool things at the top here, but that's cool. Then again this tweet. And last but not least, I had open, are you ready? Grayscale's national ad campaign kicks off next week with a TV ad on CNBC, MSNBC, Fox, and Fox Business. We're going to bring crypto to masses media. If you want a sneak peek, get in touch with Nitwitty. And again, I wanted a sneak peek, but I don't know how to get in touch with them because, well, I'm just a small little fish in the whole fishing pot. However, this is huge in my opinion, guys. I'm really amazed by seeing this. They did an ad earlier, which didn't really include XRP to the slightest, but was pretty big, was pretty damn cool. I think, however, right now that for Grayscale, since they've been getting so heavily into XRP, that this could be a very huge ad, bringing a lot of, I guess more customers to XRP or more players into the game, which is only good stuff. Again, as I just said, I'm really excited about this all. Grayscale's ad here might just be another trolly one, getting people to hop over into crypto with not really much to say about it. However, as I just said, it might also be something ridiculously huge. It's just a little bit of a matter of time before we will see exactly what type of road they're going to be taken towards it. We can't say for sure yet. And to just briefly get back to the point I was making on about the $1,000 type of predictions. The reason I'm saying $1,000 is a very difficult prediction to make, and also end of the year predictions are almost impossible, is just that you don't know what type of things will happen up front. I mean, you don't know the connection between the US dollar and XRP. We don't know really what type of correlation it will have to stocks. We also know if the correlation will be positive or literally inverse, like very negative. We don't know any about it. Maybe there will be no correlation next time. Maybe the US is going to fall before that time. Maybe stocks will fall. Maybe they won't. Maybe some big crypto announcement will come out saying crypto is really looked upon in a positive way in the US. Maybe they'll say, hey, let's ban crypto. We don't know. So talking about an end of the year price prediction like nothing can happen in the meantime here is crazy. Especially since we're in such an uncertain time where a lot of QE measures can be taken in just a matter of weeks, which might change everything we have built and talked about. But alright, guys, that was it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. It was a pretty interesting one and a pretty intense one because of this heavy conversation of David Schwartz. It is very cool to follow David though, as there's just so much stuff he talks about, which I like to see. But yeah, thank you all, and I'll see you again in another crypto video. Enjoy your day, everybody.